Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you for returning. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. I hope you find something of some sort of value and that you stick around. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, help a sister out. And if you're feeling a little sassy and maybe a little saucy, go ahead and hit the notification button as well. Now that I'm back in school, you will realize pretty quickly that my posting may not be as regular, it may be a little more sporadic. So that way, just, you know, if you want to know, you will know when my next video is out. So today, it's going to be pretty straightforward, pretty quick. I posted on Instagram, on my Instagram story last week and was like, hey guys, like ask me a question. I want to do a Q&A. So a lot of that honestly was I just didn't have any ideas for a video, and I see other people doing Q&As and it seems kind of fun. So I was like, well, I will let you guys create this next video for me. So I figured I would go through, I took screenshots of the questions you guys asked me, and then I may throw in a couple of questions in there that I get frequently from people just in general, and I'll answer them here. Okay. So the first question that I got was, what time do you eat your first meal and what do you generally eat? So this is a simple question, but it totally varies day to day. So on a normal training day, I generally eat either plain rice cakes or caramel rice cakes with PB Fit and jelly before the gym, first thing in the morning when I get up. That's just to give me some quick acting carbs. There's really like no fat in it, so it's easy, no protein really. It's easy to digest, gives me instant energy to get me through my workout. That is my first thing that I eat in the morning. I don't necessarily consider that a meal, but that is the first thing I eat. Now, if it's a rest day for me, I will typically wait a little later to eat. And if it's a work day, I generally have overnight oats for breakfast. And that's true of any work day, whether or not I'm working out or not. Breakfast is generally overnight oats. They're quick, they're easy. I don't have to heat them up, and I can eat them quickly before I start work. On a day off from work, breakfast will vary. It honestly depends on what I am in the mood for. My go-tos are an egg and egg white omelet with Laughing Cow and salsa on top, and then either like some sort of toast or maybe a bagel or gluten-free waffles on the side. If I don't do that, sometimes I will do hot oatmeal at home, or maybe I'll make pancakes. But long answer to a short question, those are kind of my typical first meals of the day. Next question I got was, will you be competing this year? So I actually did a video on this in December, or maybe in early January, just like talking about what my competition goals are for the year. And basically what I found was that I kind of had this gut feeling during prep last year that I need to take an extended off season, and that I need to take the time to eat in a surplus for a long time, regardless of how uncomfortable that may make me, and try to put on more muscle so that way I can come back more competitive. I also felt like I had a harder time getting the weight off last year, and while working hard and being hungry do not bother me, I think it was my body trying to tell me like, hey, Elżbieta, like we need more than, you know, 3 months in a surplus. So as of right now, as tempting as it is some days to want to start a prep, no, I do not plan on competing this year. My plan is to take an entire year off, take the time to build, to eat a lot, to just enjoy life, and ideally start a prep early next year and bring my best package to date, and just honestly just slay, just kill it, absolutely kill it. Next question I got was, what is your favorite cheat meal? So I'm not trying to sound like pretentious when I say this, but I don't love the term cheat meal. I spent a lot of my life looking at foods as good or bad, and I feel like that always backfires. Like if you start labeling foods as good or bad and you start restricting foods, that is gonna lead you to binge and just like feel like shit. So I try not to look at meals as cheat meals, but I will say like some of my favorite meals to go out for, or like my favorite post-show meals. Typically the things I want to go out for are sushi and pad thai and a scorpion bowl. Some sort of Tex-Mex, you know, like nachos are like my favorite appetizer, and I'll want a margarita, and then like tacos or some sort of barbecue. Like I love getting wings, a rack of ribs, stuff like that. I don't generally crave sweets as much, and I rarely get dessert when I go out to eat, but like I can like house food. Like when I go out to eat, I'm like not messing around, and those tend to be my go-to meals. Are you and your boyfriend still together? Yes, believe it or not, we are. I know, I feel like, and not that he's on the channel much anyway, but I feel like I really haven't even talked about him. And honestly, a lot of that is because he's not down here with me yet. So as you guys know, I relocated to North Carolina at the end of last year, and I've actually been down here by myself. He's working on it. Like he doesn't plan, like our plan isn't like he's gonna stay in Vermont forever and I'm gonna be down here forever and we're just gonna wing it. He does, as far as I know, he still has every intention of coming down here. It's just that I like was literally blessed in this situation and a job kind of just fell into my lap, whereas he's had a lot harder of a time finding a job. So that is why I'm still down here by myself. But yes, we are still together. Yes, I still have a boyfriend. And yeah, I still have a bae. So sorry guys, or not sorry, I don't know. What is your favorite flavor of coffee? That's a good one. I honestly do not discriminate when it comes to coffee. I will drink pretty much any flavor. But if I have a choice, my favorite flavor, like OG, and I think it's because it's what I like grew up drinking, my favorite has always been hazelnut flavored coffee. Like that is my go-to. The smell of it, the taste of it, just everything about it is absolutely perfect to me. I am obsessed. So hazelnut coffee is definitely my #1 pick. I also really like cinnamon hazelnut. Also one of my top favorites, but I'll drink just about anything. Like I'm always open to trying new flavors, but hazelnut will always hold like a special place in my heart. Okay, next question. What are your current macros? So I originally wasn't going to answer this question because I feel like people like look at you, you know, the way you look and whatever, and then they associate it with your macros. And let me just preface this by saying that my macros aren't gonna work for anyone else, most likely. Like my macros are specific for me and what my current goals and needs are. So right now I am in a building phase. I am doing a quote unquote bulk. So I am eating in a little bit of a surplus. But currently my training day macros are 130 to 35 grams of protein, 350 grams of carbs, and 70 grams of fat. Like I said, that is personal to me. Those are my individualized macros. Please do not start eating like me and then being like, well, I don't look like her. Like, I don't know why you would want to look like me. Like you should have your own goals. You know, if I somehow inspire you, thank you. I am truly flattered. But that is what I need. If you are interested in macro counting or tracking macros, you know, geared towards your goals, let me know. I can help you out a little bit. I can also steer you towards people that know a lot more than me about that entire realm and who more than happy to help you determine what you need. All right, next question. What is your current workout split? So I generally, up until like a few weeks ago, was someone who was lifting 6 days a week. So since then, my split has changed because now I'm lifting 5 days a week and then 2 rest days, one of which I try to make an active rest day where I'll go for a walk or I'll go for a run or do something just to kind of get myself out and moving. And then the other day is more of a like quote unquote rest day where like, I'm not like a slug, like I don't just like sit in one spot all day, but I don't like, you know, I try to I try to do some sort of movement, but I don't like set aside time to like move, you know what I mean? So currently, the way I have my lifts split up is one day I do back and bis, another day I'll do shoulders and triceps, and then I'll have one leg day that is glute and quad focused, and then I'll do another day that's hamstrings and chest, which I know seems very random, like that's a random combination, but it's because I have a friend that I work out with on Saturdays and we do shoulders and glutes that day. And because my goal is to hit shoulders twice a week and glutes twice a week, at the end of the week all that's left is hamstrings and chest, and so I've paired those together on the same day, which I know seems like a weird combination, but I actually really like it. What are your go-to everyday food sources? So I'm assuming this is asking like what my staple food choices are. So in terms of like carbs, I'd say my go-tos are jasmine rice or basmati rice, either one. Japanese sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, sprouted bread, gluten-free bagels, oats, and once in a while I'll do like gluten-free pasta or gluten-free waffles. Vegetables, pretty much I'll eat anything, but I eat zucchini, broccoli, and asparagus, and cherry tomatoes like on a regular basis. For fruits, I eat bananas every day, and then either apples or clementines, especially now this time of year because clementines are in season. And then I also will eat berries, strawberries, blueberries, and I also really like frozen pineapple. And then in terms of protein, I eat a lot of chicken. I haven't been eating as much chicken breast recently. I've been eating chicken thighs more. Yes, they're higher in fat, but that also gives them more flavor. And then I will do lean ground beef once in a while, ground turkey, and then also salmon, and I'm a huge fan of shrimp, and eggs and egg whites, of course, protein powder, the occasional protein bar, more so on work days when I'm busy and I don't have time to sit down and eat a meal. And then once in a while I'll do tofu too if I want a break from meat. And then in terms of fats, peanut butter. If y'all haven't noticed yet, I am a peanut butter fiend. Peanut butter on anything and everything. Almond butter, cashew butter, they're all good to me. And then just roasted nuts in general. Kerrygold butter and olive oil and avocado. Those are kind of my go-to foods. This one is a little more non-fitness related. Do you want kids? So, I feel like I'm at that age where I get this question a lot. I get the questions of when are you gonna get married and do you want kids pretty frequently. As of right now, I can't say that I want kids. Just where I am in life right now, kids are not like on my radar. They're not on my agenda. As much as I like care and love other people, I'm not in a stage of my life where I am willing to give up my life for a human being. And everyone says once you have a child that changes, and I believe that, but I have not gotten to a point yet where I have the desire to like be pregnant and have babies. Will that change? Maybe. But as of right now, at the age of 27, my answer is no, I do not want kids. Ask me in a few years, that very well may change. All right, a couple more questions and then I will wrap this up. Next one is, are you getting plastic surgery? I can't believe you've never said anything about this to me. My response to that is for me to know and to decide, and for all of you not to worry about. Okay. Next question is, what is your favorite brand of athletic wear? Your outfits always look so cute on Instagram. Well, thank you. I will tell you right now, this is not like this isn't like a paid thing. I would love to be an athlete with Buff Bunny, but I am not. But I will say like 95% of my gym clothes come from Buff Bunny. am like upset, like low-key obsessed with their stuff. It fits, like it's a good fit for my body. The quality is good. It's super cute and it holds up really well. I have stuff that I bought from them a year ago that I still wear regularly. So Buff Bunny is definitely my #1 go-to. I shop every single release, like to the point where it's kind of a problem. But other than that, I do get Gymshark stuff once in a while. Some other stuff fits me well. You just have to kind of know, like you have to have like your go-tos and know like what is good for you from them and what isn't. And then I also do like IAB, MFG. I've bought leggings and shorts from them. They're also good quality and a good fit. And I did a Fabletics haul like a couple of months ago. If you scroll back a little bit, there is a video. They're not necessarily my like top pick. They're very hit or miss, especially with their sizing, which I go into more detail about. But yeah, basically all of my stuff is from Buff Bunny at this point. Okay, one more question. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? That's a really good question. One place I've always really wanted to go, I mean, I love traveling. If I had the money and the time for it, I would just like travel all the time. There's just so many places I want to see, and I'm someone who's lucky enough to travel like a fair amount as a kid. But I've always really, really wanted to go to Bali. It just looks so beautiful. That's definitely like at the top of my list. And I would also love to go to Thailand to like an elephant reservation or like an elephant sanctuary and just like go hang out there for like, I don't know, a month and just like hang out with elephants. They're my favorite animal. I freaking love them so much. And yeah, if I ever get married, that's like what I want to do for my honeymoon. So if anyone wants to fund that, that'd be cool, because I would love to go to like an elephant sanctuary for a month and just hang out there. All right, I'm gonna end this here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a little different. I realized most of the questions were fitness related, but you know, there were a few people asked me questions that were non-fitness related, so I just thought that would be kind of fun. If you want to see more stuff like this, give it a thumbs up. If you freaking hated it, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. Either way, the feedback is always appreciated. As always, my Instagram handle and email are in the description box if you want to contact me for any reason or follow me on other social media outlets. I post to Instagram pretty regularly. And then all of my discount codes are also in the box below. Like I've said before, I don't make any sort of money off of them, but there are companies who have given me discount codes and I enjoy their products. And so I figured I might as well spread the wealth. You might as well save yourself some money, you know, buy somebody else something and save yourself a little money while you're doing it. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.